amount of time, but we'll just have a chat.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about some stuff and some things.
Yeah, we can talk about some stuff and some things. I'm getting pretty used to being behind the camera now.
You're good at it. You're natural.
Be Nice Individuals Podcast.
Hey folks, this is Thaddeus on the Be Nice Individuals Podcast, hosted here at the Flagler Voice Podcast Studio. A very special guest in the studio. Folks out there, we have actually partnered, and can you see it on the screen here? I got the whole screen. We have partnered with Horizon Agencies. They are an all-in-one CRM platform. What they do is they allow a person to not have all these different programs and all that stuff. They put everything together so that you can make more money in your process. Specifically, if you're thinking about that follow-up, that dreaded follow-up. Dreaded follow-up. That's where the money is made, though, in the follow-up. And we have Christian Barton here from Horizon Agencies. It is his business. We are partnered together. First, let's get him on. Christian, how you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good, man. How are you?
Good. You're going to help the people make more money.
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk about it. So, a lot of people don't even know what a CRM is.
They do not.
Yeah, define that for us. I kind of gave an idea, but give us a definition.
So, customer relationship management system essentially is what a CRM is. It's a database that allows you to keep all of your customer info in one place and effectively communicate with them at the same time. That's the cool part about our CRM and our systems, is some of them that you have out there may be able to go view your customer database, but you can't really talk to them right from there. And the other thing is you can't talk to them from the tip of your fingers. You know what I mean? Like, you're able to go in the app, open it up, text, call, send them marketing emails, whatever it may be, post sale. Even if you're out, we have QR codes that link to the system that they can scan.
I love that.
I know you do. That made your ears perk up. You could scan, go right into your system, instantly put them in a follow-up campaign or whatever it may be.
Yeah, see, that's dope, because a lot of people I used to be more active in solar. Now I kind of refer it out. But a lot of people are like, yeah, I want to get solar eventually. And that's kind of eventually is the killer of making more money, unless you have some type of follow-up system to follow up with those eventual people.
True.
And you're saying with like a QR code, even somebody can scan, hey, yeah, I want solar eventually. All right, cool. Scan this QR code, and then they're given permission, right, to do that follow-up. Yes, and you can drip on them. Maybe customers you helped, hey, you're there with a picture, and now they're getting that every so often.
Exactly. That's the cool part about it too. Like, even some companies I'll work with, maybe it is a some type of home service company. Say you are a pressure washing business, right? Yeah. You're missing out on so much business just by not reaching those repeat customers. Right. You wash their solar panels, but hey, you do driveways, you do fences, you can do the exterior of their house. After that post-sale follow-up is so crucial to any sales cycle. And to just your business in general. You're missing out. Why would you give up free money? Yeah. Not free money, you got to work for it, but at the same time, you're just giving up deals right in your lap. You're definitely leaving stuff on the table. And a lot of people, like, there's people even I know that I have learned that they do other stuff. But it took me sitting down and like picking their brain. But a CRM, especially that follow-up, a person can drop different things as they go. Yeah. Not only do I clean solar panels, but I also do driveways and all that stuff. And then a person will go out and look at their driveway like, you know what? I liked how he did my solar panels. He'll obviously do a good job on my driveway. Yeah. That's like, it's even a networking tool. Let's say you're in a networking group with somebody you just met, right? Tell you a little bit about their business. You tell them a little bit about yours. But it has amazed me so much with the amount of people I meet that I didn't know that they were in all these other fields and had even more experience in different fields that I may even need more than I need what they're doing now. Right. You know what I mean? I really do feel like a CRM is so crucial to even on a networking aspect, because say you meet someone now, you have their contact information. Now you put them in a drip campaign to tell them about you, to introduce yourself, to continuously update them weekly about either your life or your past life or whatever it may be, just to stay in touch with them, really get to know them. When you say past life, are we talking like the movie Infinite? Because that's a great movie. That's a great movie. It is a good movie, but I mean, well, kinda. Honestly, anything you really want to update them on, you could update them on weekly, monthly, whatever it may be. It's just such a good tool to have in general. Even if there's just so many different aspects: business, networking, life in general. CRM can always help.
And for those people out there, the CRM that you have, the reason I love it is because now there's an email, there's a text message. All of it's going to be in one place, though, so you can see the complete chain of events, right? Yeah. And so, oh, I said this in an email. Oh, but there was this text message right after. Okay, cool. And now you can see, okay, we agreed to this. All right, cool. Good. Now you're not like, did I say that, and have to go pull out your phone and all this stuff.
You got to go through everything, look at the timestamps on stuff and all that. And it just saves you so much time. There's so many different things that you can use it for too, especially like the sales pipeline, like tracking your sales process. A lot of the time I feel like people fall short of that. They let their leads slip through their fingertips because they don't track their sales process, right? Like say they talked to someone 2 weeks ago and they say, hey, reach out to me in maybe 3-4 weeks, whatever it may be. If you have something keeping track of everything, like a sales pipeline, let's say they're in a funnel of, maybe they're in a pipeline stage of, they booked an appointment with you and they were a no-show, right? Now that they're a no-show, they're sitting in your non-existent CRM as, this person never showed up, I don't want to do business with them, when they could be sitting in there getting weekly follow-up texts and emails to rebook that appointment and get those reminders there too. Yeah,
you're saying that. Remember, folks, you're not having to do this, right? I mean, so Christian can build those funnels himself. He can build that follow-up workflow, so to speak. I mean, you can do it yourself, but he can do that for you so that you're on to the next person. All right, this person was a no-show. You can click this, and now they go off into this workflow. So it's following up. You're not having to pick up the phone, call this person, hey, because, emotionally, I'm thinking to myself, emotionally, I don't want to do that. And because I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. But if there's some automated system that's going to do it for me, then I don't have a choice. You take away the choice when it comes to business and doing things you don't want to do, guess what? They're going to get done. They're going to get done. One of the things I love, too, about CRM is it's not just email. I love the text message aspect of it because people open their text messages.
Yes, they do.
Tell me about it.
Way higher, man. That I will say that we'll have a lot of people come to us. Oh yeah, I'm running email marketing campaigns. Oh, okay, cool. What's your open rate on that? Most of the time, they don't even know what it is. They don't track it. You know what I mean? They put it all. We set everything up in our system, lay their contacts out. We take that same campaign, we put it in there. We find out it doesn't work. It's like your open rate is maybe like 2%, 3%.
That bad?
Maybe it's pretty bad, man. Yeah. And then we implement, a couple changes here and there, and then we also put it on text. Now, once we're sending text, the texts are actually converting way more than the emails, but even the email open rate's way higher. Just something as simple as a subject line goes such a far way. Like I'm sorry you missed out on this. Like, are you opening that email? Yeah, I want to know what I missed out on.
I want to know.
Yeah, what did I miss out on? Are you prepared for your gift? Yeah, what's my gift? Tell me about my gift. They're opening it.
I want to have a gift.
Yeah, right? Like, it's just so crucial.
It's the idea. It's not being lazy, I guess, with how you're putting stuff out there. Right. But it's not necessarily lazy. Some people just don't know. Yeah. Don't know how to capture that person's attention. And that's one thing that I've actually been working on here at the studio is I never use thumbnails. But since I have really taken on just kind of running the day-to-day of the studio, pretty much every video I put out has a thumbnail. It has something, it has a person, it has kind of a background to make it a little bit more catchy.
Yeah, exactly. People want to open what they can see. You know what I mean? If you put a crazy thumbnail out there, get the gist of something like, oh, yeah, I need to see that. I want to see that. Why is that guy standing on the desk like that? You know what I mean? Like,
see, I haven't gone there yet, though. I haven't gone to that level.
You should.
So the Hodge twins, I was watching some of their stuff. They used to do, and they might still do it, like the Eden in cars. And so what they would do, so they would do is at some point in the video, they wait for the thumbnail, and they would pause, and then they would just go back and get that screenshot. I haven't staged any thumbnails yet.
You got to do it.
I need to do it, man.
Let's do it for this one.
We should do it. I don't know how we'd do it. You'd have to come over here, probably.
I'll come over there.
You should come over here now.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's stage this thumbnail. All right. Audience, we do it for the internet.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, you ready? You scoot down here.
All right.
And you'll be right here, and we'll move this, and then we'll be. That's a good thumb. That's a good thumbnail right there. That's a good thumbnail. Yeah, man. Yeah.
We just broke the internet.
I think so. At least for Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to have a really high viewer percentage of sorts.
Very high viewer percentage of sorts indeed, my friend.
Yeah. So you network though too.
I do.
Yeah.
Try to be active as possible.
Yeah. What's cool is with networking, and I feel like this is a cheat code for life.
Mm-hmm.
Back about 4 or 5 years ago, I kind of wanted to go into nutrition, but I had no idea that it's as simple as kind of getting your license, and then you just network.
Yeah. Tell people you can get them in shape. I did about 2-3 months ago, I started doing online coaching. Did for about a month. I mean, it was profitable. It was cool. It was just, I was never big on posting on social media. I got to be honest with you.
That's what you have me for now.
I know. Yeah. Thaddeus is the best at it. He's good at it.
I'm not the best at it.
You're one of the best.
Okay. I'll take it. I do the best I can with what good Lord gave me to work with. That's what I always say.
Good Lord gave you
good
talent.
Well, that's one of the things though too is it goes together. So the CRM, it can post for people at a scheduled time. So there you go.
So yeah, I mean, we could talk a little bit about that. So essentially, like he said, it is a social planner that gives you access to Twitter, LinkedIn, X, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, I believe as well. There are a few other little ones. Pinterest is another one. You can pretty much time your posts, schedule your post out whenever you want for all these different platforms, which is really cool. And we actually have an AI content making feature. So it is, you go ahead and type in whatever type of content you want. It'll ask you, do you want it humorous? Do you want it serious? Do you want it funny? Do you want it sad? Whatever it may be, go ahead, fill that out. It actually gives you like 4 options you could choose from. You could choose all 4 options if you want, cross post it, test some things out. Nice. If not, you could pick one of them. And yeah, it's super effective. And we also have, I mean, AI is like, that's a whole nother box you can open within the system itself. Like there is so much that it does. It's essentially ChatGPT mixed with the CRM. It is really cool, like the conversation AI and everything like that too.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about the conversation AI. So I had it running for maybe like a post. You can choose a post, right?
Yes.
It's specific for it, but it will have a conversation. But it's having a conversation with people based on what information you put into it.
Yep.
So I had created one for solar, and I just told it. I fed it like websites. This is crazy, right?
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I fed it websites, and I told it to learn these things from these websites. The specific manufacturers for solar equipment. And it just input all that stuff, and then I started talking to it, and it was giving me the right answers.
Yeah, like if you are someone who does some sort of coaching business, whether it's consulting, coaching, whatever it may be, or even if you're onboarding a new employee, let's say you just hired someone new, right? You can actually use our system, and again, all inclusive, right? You get this, you get the CRM, you get the ability to choose from the website templates, all that stuff, all in one. But yeah, you can train your own AI to conversate with your employee, whatever it may be. It can be a trained AI to train an employee, if that makes sense, right? The employee essentially can conversate back and forth with the AI.
So you're saying the computers are going to train us?
Oh God. Yeah, this video better blow up, man.
So the computers should be our masters.
Yeah, so essentially, if you want a robot to train your employees, all you got to do,
we just skip that step. Have the robot do the work.
Well, that's the cool part about it. Now, what we implemented is you actually have an AI assistant, or actually an AI employee, which is cool. And your AI employee will schedule your appointments. It'll conversate with your clients.
Dude.
It will post for you. It's perfect. It replaces a job necessarily.
Yeah, that's like replacing like a virtual assistant of sorts.
It's a better version of a virtual assistant because of the fact that you implement any knowledge you want the AI to know. You can take anything you want. Even this is probably the best way to go about it, to be honest with you, is go ahead and go on the ChatGPT, type in whatever your dream employee is, what you're going to want them to do, the information that they would need to know to do that and perform that task. See what ChatGPT gives you, copy it all over, put it in our AI training, AI employee training bot that we have, and then it'll shoot you out your employee that will do anything that you've trained it to do within our system.
Dude, I didn't know it could do that. I had played around with it just feeding it websites, but I didn't tell it. exactly what I wanted it to do. Like, because cool. Because in ChatGPT, for those nerds out there, I'm one of them.
I am too.
Yeah, but ChatGPT, you can talk to it, right? What I did with my ChatGPT custom agent is I had it have a full conversation with me, asking me in-depth conversation. I basically tried to make it into me. What I did, I'm not afraid of the robots. I'm not afraid of the robots because
you're gonna be the first person to be Iron Man.
I'm gonna be the first cyborg.
You're getting the neural, aren't you?
I'm getting it. If they pay for it, I'll get it. I'll try it. But no. But to have that conversation with ChatGPT where it basically asks questions to make sure it understands what you're wanting. Absolutely. And then for you to take that over and drop it into that system that we're talking about, it's fantastic. It's a nice pairing.
It's amazing because even, like I said, when it comes to the appointment booking bot, say you talk to someone, you can go ahead and now this is taking it a step further, but kind of while you're sitting there talking to this client, right, and you want to make some sort of overview of your appointment or something like that, you could kind of just tell your AI employee, invite it into the Zoom call, again, right from the software, and it'll keep track of everything that's being said.
It takes notes.
It takes notes for you.
Dude, I like that.
It's an employee. It is. It's really cool.
Now, here's a question. This is something I don't know, actually. Can it do follow-up, your system, can it do follow-up on stuff from social media? Like with your account, say somebody sent you a message on Facebook, can it do specific follow-ups for that, or do you have to pull them off to have a phone number or like an email?
So I'm just curious. Essentially what it can do is, let's say somebody shoots you a DM on Facebook, right? It'll go ahead and initially it wants all their information, so it can ask them a couple questions. It can say, name, phone number, email. You don't have to give it to it, it's fine. Because if they don't answer or they say something that isn't along the lines of that, we set up an automation where based on what's said is the next thing that gets said by the bot itself, right? So, and again, I use the word bot here, but essentially it is kind of you, like it's identical. It'll talk identical to how you talk.
It's a clone.
It's a clone.
It's a clone.
Nobody can replace you within your business though, but this thing's pretty close. No, just kidding. But yeah, so on Facebook, like I was saying, it will go ahead and continuously follow up with that person. It'll shoot them that link. It'll keep track if they don't book an appointment off that Facebook link, and it'll follow up just like it would with text and email.
Dude, I love that because there's so many people I connect with through social media. Like the majority of people I connect with, I feel like nowadays, because we're putting out so much content on social media, it's going to be people like, oh, hey, they're going to send me a message, maybe even just to my personal, and they're like, hey, I've been thinking about doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Cool. And all I can do really, because I can't remember all these people, all I can do is, okay, here's the booking link. Make it happen.
Dude, what you can do very easily is just when you have those conversations, I mean, you have access to the system, you can go ahead and essentially kind of give it a command word. Like imagine you have a German Shepherd next to you, and you're like, your word is horizon, and it starts attacking, right? So you could do that same thing on Facebook. Type some words, send it over, make it make sense in the conversation. Your bot will take over from there.
Really?
Yeah. So you give
it. So it's like a tag
word.
Almost.
Exactly. Well, it is a tag.
It is a tag.
When you go ahead and write that word, we could do like a if else type of thing.
Oh shoot!
So if you ever say something and you want it in there, it'll go ahead and take over for you. It is pretty cool.
That is cool, dude. I love that.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna make life easier. So I'll just throw that tag in every time somebody's asking about pricing or anything like that, and now my bot is handling the follow-up, making sure that there's a follow-up that will happen.
Exactly.
Dude, that's game changing. Awesome. Why don't you tell me these things?
I thought you knew.
I don't know these things. This is your realm.
I got to do social media more.
Well, yeah. I don't know these things because that's you.
Yeah.
That's your realm. Like, and that's like a cheat code for life. You delegate or you find somebody who's better at what they do, and you stick to what you do. What I do is just camera stuff.
But you're good at it.
I do all right.
You do all right. Look at this room we're in. Take a second, folks. I'd take a look around.
Well, I didn't have anything to do with it.
I'm in outer space right now.
But I didn't set any of this up. Now this was actually all in here before I came, man. Really? Yeah. So if you guys happen to come in here to do a podcast or even just do a tour, this room was done when I got drafted into the project. So all the walls were done. the phone was up, the floor was done. Now, as far as the desk and the equipment, it was put in here after, but I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't do anything. That. Yeah, this was all done. I did work outside in the lobby. I did some painting. I did some.
Looks nice too.
Yeah, some shiplap. Yeah.
I would hang out in here.
Yeah,
we are right now.
We are hanging out. I also did the floor, in the sense of I had to get out.
Oh no, I remember those phone calls when all I heard in the back, it sounded like you were being tortured.
I was being tortured. It was terrible. Yeah. I didn't put down the new floor, but I had to take up the old floor. Oh,
blood, sweat, and tears, man.
Dude, it was the floor was from 1985 when the building was built.
Sorry.
And I think the glue, it wasn't regular glue anymore. It turned into super glue.
Oh.
That was holding down the laminate or whatever. And I was using this tool.
Yeah.
And apparently they have machines now to do this, but I was using this like tool, and you basically got to get underneath the laminate and you just got to jam. And you got to put it was a whole body exercise. Dude, but I didn't know that until later.
You know what you could have took advantage of? The Horizon Agency's bot would have done it for you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I think it's so funny. You're like, apparently there's a tool for it. I'm just standing there with this wedge, just hammering away.
But that's a good illustration, though. Yeah. If we're thinking about tools, so a person can go old school, okay, like me taking up the floor with the, it was basically like a manual tool. You can do that. It will work. It took me a long time to get through it, and there was a lot of pain and suffering as a result of that. Or you can go with a modern machine that you just push it along the floor and it'll do it for you.
Right.
That's in comparison to basically like a CRM. You see how I did that?
I loved it.
It was like a CRM.
And this is why you're there and I'm here. That's why you're in the throne. You're in the cockpit of the spaceship.
No, but think about it, dude. Like,
no, I get it.
It is a way. There's some people out there, they like to do things manually, take notes and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that. But it's inefficient.
It is.
It's inefficient, and you're relying on your notes. And you're going to have to review those notes every time. You're going to have to figure out where you are, as opposed to basically having our CRM that's keeping track of it for you.
Yep.
And now you're going to have to make those phone calls manually. You're going to have to do those text messages manually versus a CRM. That's done for you.
I mean, the crazy part about it is, think about, like, really take a second. And I don't want to, say anything negative about businesses or anything like that, the way they run. No, it's all good. But let's say there's an update. A number changed, a location changed, or maybe new product, right? You want to reach all of your clients. Let's say you have 100 clients and you're going to call all those clients. Okay, that's cool. But then how long is that going to take? You know what I mean? That's going to take you at least a couple days, right? As opposed to having something in place where they'll get texted, emailed, and you can even do voicemail drops on our platform as well, or even going so far as to having a bot call them for you.
Wait.
Tell them to call you back.
Okay, so voicemail drops.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
First, voicemail drop. So does this bypass the ringing?
It does.
Okay, tell me about it.
So let's say you have a huge huge list of leads, or even people you've talked to in the past. Maybe your business, it wasn't the right time for you to take them on, wasn't the right time for them to take you on, whatever it may be. Huge list of leads, right? Go ahead and record a little 45-second voicemail, 30 seconds, whatever it is. Just tell them a little bit about what you would say to them on the phone, and that's going to save you. I mean, you take 45 seconds, sit there and record yourself, and then you send it out to hundreds of people at once within the same 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, expect your phone to ring off the hook after that. But that's a good thing, and that's what you
cool.
want. That's a bunch of money coming into your business, whatever it is that you do. That helps and reach so many people at the same time.
I think I used something like that before in the past. I think it had to do with real estate. So back in the day, I tried to be a real estate investor, and there was some program where you can bypass them actually picking up the phone because I was nervous. Really what it comes down to is a lot of people don't want to experience that rejection on the phone, but if you can just go straight to the voicemail, you skip that. Now it's on them if they want to call back, and now you're in a different position of power. Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because if they're calling you, now they are essentially asking for your business, or at least giving you a shot.
Exactly. I've had people who, one of them he was doing like copywriting. It was just him and a couple VAs, but essentially he would do a lot of cold calling. And his skill set was, as we talked about before, sending emails and texts and everything like that and ad copy. So he knew what those subject lines were that are most effective to get people to answer the phones. So what he did is he took that same knowledge and applied it to voicemails and actually leaving information with people that would really captivate them the most. So when you get a phone call and it's a voicemail and they say something extremely important, you're going to want to know more about whatever it is that they had to say to you if you didn't pick up the phone. You see what I'm saying? So even stuff like that, like if so many different ways that you could spin it. I just really feel like what I'm providing to business owners is an essential tool to either their business or their life in general that is, it's needed. It really is. Like you need something like this in your life. Like it just makes everything so much easier. When I wake up in the morning, I have one platform I log into, and that's about it, other than ChatGPT or a couple, maybe Facebook. But that's, again, it's about, and the cool part is you can talk to everyone that you have a conversation with on Facebook right on the platform. Instagram too, your entire DMs are inside of the platform. They're on your phone on the app. They're on your desktop, on your laptop, whatever it may be. It's just nice to have one place that has everything.
That is very true, because look, if you got to go to individual platforms to check your messages, that's a hassle.
No, and the amount of tabs, like you can, let's even look at it this way. I mean, I haven't really thought about it like this until right now, but let's say somebody has all these different tabs on their laptop and they, they're business owners, so they have a lot of stuff to do. And they're like, I got to upgrade my laptop. It's too slow. I have all these different tabs I have to open. Right? They're going to spend what, like $1,700-$1,800 on a laptop, as opposed to coming to talk to Horizon agencies and saying, can I get a platform that can consolidate all my information into one and your computer will run faster now? It's like, it's just so many ways to help business owners, man. That's what I love, honestly. Making the processes easier.
Yes, absolutely. And a person, this is like was it John Henry? The person that was trying to outwork the locomotive or whatever. It's a story.
I don't know who, but I know the story.
You know the story. Yeah. I don't remember exactly the scenario of what it was, but I'm reflecting back from like grade school.
Right.
He was working against a machine. A person that is utilizing a CRM versus somebody that's doing tasks manually, even if the person that's using the CRM is not as good of a performer as the person who is doing things manually, person with the CRM wins.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's like, just put it on your team. Just add a teammate.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Absolutely. And any industry can utilize that, especially if you're trying to develop some type of growth plan. You need it in your life. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
Well, no, that's the whole thing. Like the tools to growth, there's a couple essential tools, which, you need the talent, of course. You need the systems, and you need the marketing, right? So it's like, when you have something that accounts for talent and systems, there's one thing left. And guess what? You could do marketing on our platform too, because you can track all your ad spend. There's templates there with ads ready for Facebook. There is, you're going to market to your customers that you've done business with. Reviews, not even a problem. You're going to increase your views because of those post-sale follow-ups and everything like that. You know what I mean?
It gives them the link right there.
It absolutely does. And if they don't click it, we're going to text them again to make sure they click it. We did really good work for you. Please leave us a review. But then it's, of course, in like a nice way and everything like that. But it is good. It's a good asset.
Yeah, that's one of the things we're going to be using Horizon agencies for here at the studio, because I've had to manually go back to the people who've been at the podcast. Granted, we have a decent amount of reviews, but all that was manual, and we are at like 14 reviews, which is pretty decent. There's a lot of companies that don't have a lot of reviews, right? And so, but to have that automated though, that every time after somebody leaves the studio, bam, hit them, and then have it to follow up again, because so we have like a booking system, but it'll only do it one time, and then I have to do the follow up manually. But maybe they didn't even open that email.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to implement for you guys for sure, is we are going to make sure you guys get a lot more reviews. Everyone that comes on your podcast, can't promise that, but will you get more reviews? Absolutely, 100%. Because you don't have, like you said, like he just said, you don't have that system in place to follow up with your clients. You're losing out on a lot. Like, it's so nice to have something that you can trust and just know, like, is back there. Or even with your appointments, you're on your way to an appointment, if you have something that's not sending them reminders, like I know Calendly and like a couple other platforms send reminders, yeah, but what about something that can schedule the reminders exactly when you want them, and on top of that, customize the message in any way you want? Then we can even tie AI into it if you're going to a certain meeting location or something like that. It's so valuable.
Folks out there, if you're not taking advantage of having a CRM as part of your process, you're missing out. I want you to get in contact with Christian. And Christian, would you shout out your contact information so people can actually move into the current century?
so people can enter this era.
Yeah.
So phone number is going to be 386-230-9936. And then our email, or my email address, is Christian, CHRISTIAN, @horizonagencies.net. And our Facebook page is just Horizon Agencies. And then my personal Facebook, Christian Barton. I actually just started doing Instagram too, but keep that quiet. It's not ready yet.
What do you mean it ain't ready?
It's not ready. There's nothing on it. It's like, all right, horizonagencies.crm, I believe, is the Instagram.
All right.
All right.
Well, now this is going to force you to put things on it because
I know it is.
You know, now you have people that are going to be going to it and be like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
By put something on it, you know, we are going to work together to put stuff on it.
For sure. Thaddeus is amazing at that.
I do what I can.
Good.
Yeah. Well, anyway, folks, look, I wasn't familiar with like CRMs and all that stuff years ago, specifically when I was doing some real estate investing. But that could have made the process a lot easier. The follow-up. The money is made in the follow-up. I've heard it numerous times when I got into networking. Yeah, a person may not be able to decide that day if they want to do business with you. Cool. But you have to stay top of mind because at some point, maybe they see enough follow-up messages or something like that. At some point, they'll just be like, screw it, let's do this. Especially when you're thinking like health insurance or anything like that, where there's those pain points. Oh, their health insurance is going up. Oh, maybe now I'll reach out and see what that person has to offer. Or car insurance, anything like that. Those are the industries that can definitely benefit, but any industry to keep you top of mind. Christian has got you. He's going to help you.
Absolutely.
Automate your process, make you more money, because you can't do these manual tasks all day and be as efficient as if you had an automated system.
Yep.
So again, this has been Thaddeus and Christian on the Be Nice Individuals podcast, which is hosted here at the Flagler Voice podcast studio. Again, this is space for anyone to come in, business. Maybe you're an individual. Shout out your business or your ideas, political candidates, challenging you. And I do this every episode. I want you to come in here and we'll do a live session. We're going to take calls from the audience.
That'd be awesome.
So that you can sit on the hot seat and I can laugh. It'll be cool. But again, this has been Thaddeus and Christian on the Be Nice Individuals podcast. We'll see you next time.